Hello everyone, I am SS the Showstopper, and today is the 22nd of September 2023. Now we have show host Jessie Woo, who was also a former cast member of Love and Hip Hop. As we saw her on an interview on her show, that is, and she was laughing at Jeannie Mai, who is a co-host of The View, who is currently getting a divorce from your rapper Young Jeezy. I spoke on it before and stuff like that. And I see Jessie Woo laughing, and I think it was Tamar was asking her why she laughing or what's so funny. And she was talking about liking rappers and liking this. So Jessie was laughing. Now, when I check the comment section, a lot of black women, as usual, black people will go again. The first person a black person will support is a non-black person for all the good and bad reasons. So a lot of persons in the comment section were coming at Jessie, who was saying that she's immature and one day she will learn when it's her time, and when she's getting married, she will know what it's like when her husband leave her or partner or whatever the case may be, and it's not funny. And for the most part, like I said, it was black women who were coming at Jessie Woo. No, my take on it is I find the whole situation hilarious. My take on it was Jeannie Mai went in on ignorance. She went in on impulse, and also because of a grudge that she had with her ex-husband who moved on. I spoke on this before, that rapper Young Jeezy is divorcing Jeannie Mai. I spoke on it before. And I think that, like I said, she went in on impulse. She was, trying to have a one up on her ex-husband who moved on and got a girlfriend, a nice, pretty young girl, female woman, and he got her pregnant and they were living and they have a second child, and I think they're married. And so she wanted that one up on him. And so she ran with the argument that she didn't want to be a mother, and that's the reason they were filing for divorce. And also the fact that she loved black men, she also always liked black men. All of a sudden, all that fetish that she had for black men come out of the woodwork, come out on the forefront. You understand me? She didn't marry someone of her ethnic group. She married a guy that was white, a guy who was white, and divorcing. She was just saving face. Her argument was, I said it before and I said it again, her argument was just saving face. She was scorned, she was hurt, and she didn't know how to do it. She didn't want to come off, black women will get over emotional and say that he's a dog, he's this, he's that. She didn't want to come off as that bitter ex, so she just used any form of narrative. She was just reaching for any narrative that she could run with to get a one up on him. So she met Jeezy and she wanted to first her ex. And so she didn't listen to anybody. A lot of women were cautioning her. A lot of women. And I think that's one of the reasons Jessie Woo is laughing, because she knew that that was wrong. That was just not the right thing to do, to move on from a situation so quickly and to be getting married to this rapper, a black rapper, and you're an Asian woman from two different culture, not only that, two different ethnic group, not only that, two different custom, belief, strategies. These people are nationalists. They love themselves, they love they love each other that looks like them, and they also have cultural creed that they adhere to and they abide by. For example, the extended family in the home. We see these things coming up these things are being said, in the media, and it's coming up in the divorce about family members, extended family members being at the home and stuff like that. These are things that these people are known for. Asian people, non-black people in the Asian community are known for extended family being there. If he wants his privacy and stuff like that, he should have think twice also. So I'm not just blaming Jeannie Mai, I'm blaming Young Jeezy for moving on an impulse. And I think he was trying to change his image. He wants to get out of that rapper thuggery type of image, and he wanted a polished image, and he saw an opportunity wherein he could capitalize on an Asian woman all the way from Asia. And then he just used that as an opportunity to push his career and push his image to have a change. She also is in the spotlight, and she sees it as an opportunity to move on from her ex and say, okay, yay, babe, I have one up on you. What you got? You only got a girlfriend. And so she just went with it. Jessie Woo knew what was, she's being facetious about a serious matter, because divorce, as I said before, I would never support it. But at the end of the day, God doesn't have a hand in it. But Jeannie might come from a place of humbleness where she was praying and hoping that her marriage lasts. I'm just hoping that I will go into this, and by God's grace, it will be a beautiful story between me and my future husband. And I hope that Jeezy, will be the great husband for me, or the perfect enough husband for me, and I will be a perfect enough wife for him. No, she didn't. What she went on was the argument of her being her liking black men, and she always liked, that was just her argument, and people were just thinking that it's shallow. That's why I said that, it's all about sex. I just think that it's sex and imagery, because I don't know what in a thug and a criminal behavior that you could find as a turn on, unless you just want a moment in bed with this person to experience the greatness that so many women, I guess, speak on. And we all know, we saw it. So that's why people find the entire situation funny, because the marriages just seem like a joke. It might seem like something structured to those who are not experienced, or those who are not knowledgeable of what foolishness is when it's in front of them. But you could tell there was no argument there to push to show that this was something that both of them really wanted for themselves. It seemed as if both of them had an ulterior motive, and it's playing out. They both had an ulterior motive, and it is playing out right now before our very eyes. So I think that's the reason Jessie Woo was laughing. Jeannie Mai, you spoke a lot about it. Jeezy wasn't speaking a lot on it and stuff like that, except the ills that he had with his baby mother, one of his baby mother. That was the only time. But except from that, Jeannie Mai was the one that was on the forefront speaking on the situation and stuff like that. So Jeannie Mai isn't the only I'm sorry, Jessie Woo isn't the only one that's laughing. You have Ratchet, Tasha K, who is also laughing at these people, and so many others, because they know you are getting the same black man. I'm sorry, not sorry. You are getting the same black man who is just uncaring, who's just about himself, who is a narcissist, who just think about themselves and the moment. You thought that you were getting what? Someone premium, someone who outstanding, someone who knows how to respect themselves and conduct themselves and respect you and honor you and cherish you as a wife. No, you are getting the same black man that's going to do what he feels like doing. It matters not what your status is with him. That's exactly who he is. That's what he stands for. That's what he's going to be. And Jeannie, you are paying a price for it. We warned you. You were warned by experience of other women. You were warned. You saw it coming. I'm sorry, but I'm not going to get with a guy or procreate with him simply because he has lots of money in his pocket or he has a very large black penis. I'm not going to procreate with him based on those shallow-minded grounds. I'm procreating with someone who has structure, who has standard, who look like they or act like they would be a great father, or someone who honors and respect me as an individual. Now, she's a divorced single mother. She's going to be a single mother. She's going to make the statistics. So, Jeannie Mai, congrats. Because of foolishness, you know, a single mother by default. You're not a single mother because he passed away or anything like that. You're a single mother because of the being irrational, being acting on impulse, not thinking carefully. You were just in the heat of the moment, and it was a gain for you to have a one up on your ex-husband because he moved on so quickly and stuff like that. So you just weren't in it. But he was planning. That's a difference. Your ex-husband was actually planning his exit. He was planning his exit. Now, I'm not saying that his marriage will last either. We don't know because he's not coming to the media or the forefront with his business, so we don't know what's taking place. So I'm not saying that his marriage will last either or it's a great story. However, he was planning. He was a bit more strategic in what he was doing. He wanted a child. He wanted someone who would be a mother of his child or his children. And so that's what he really wanted. And so he moved forward with that. I don't think if his marriage work out or if it fail, it will affect him that much because he wanted kids more so than ever. Unlike you wanted to live out a fantasy and you also wanted to move on quickly from the hurt, not allowing yourself time to heal from the ex that the situation with your ex-husband. You understand me? And lo and behold, you remember in the back of your head that you had a fantasy for a large penis that happened to be black. And so Jeezy was there available and stuff like that as that thuggery, that rapper, that imagery. But Jeezy is trying to get away from that. And he has been saying subs in his post. He was trying to get away from that imagery that you were lusting after, you were fiending for. He was trying to get away, hence he started writing books and all these kind of things. And I can't blame a man. I can't fault a guy who wants to improve himself, who is doing personal growth. I commend him for that, if that's what he's up to. You understand me? But at the same time, he hasn't given a reason as to why he's divorcing his wife, or why he's divorcing you, why he's moving on, and why, he ran to file for divorce from you. I'm thinking that maybe there's an infidelity on her part, or something other than just family, this and that. I think Jeezy is thinking straight, and he's moving. He's strategic also. He's strategic also, because before the marriage, he obviously changing his image, and so he planned this out. You understand me? He planned this out. On the other hand, like I said, Jeannie Mai was moving to get away from the ex and the whole hurt, and also to live out a fantasy. You understand me? Obviously, Jeezy is about his business and his image, so he can easily replace her with another female who is about an image that can cater or complement what he's on, the message or the objective that he's on. Jeannie Mai has a lot of soul healing to do. You see what's happening when you don't allow yourself time to heal. I remember my mother used to say, you cannot end your relationship, and as soon as you end a relationship with someone, a month later, 2 months later, you're back in a serious relationship with someone else. No, you open up the floodgate to get hurt because you haven't healed. You haven't given yourself time to heal. You can mingle and date a lot of people because you're feeling out and keep yourself in circles with the opposite sex and understand them. That's also a part of the healing process. But to enter into a deep committed relationship after one just ended a few months ago, then you are opening up yourself to what? To hurt. And so she haven't healed from her ex-husband, and now she has this double whammy to face. I think it's going to be very difficult. But we warned you. So what can we say? What can we say? There's nothing much we can say. We warned you. You are getting the same black man. You aren't getting anybody different. I'm sorry, he's not from Kryptonia or from somewhere. He's the same black man. And you went deep into the rooted black culture of the ills that so many black women have an issue with. You went right down there in that part of the black community to cater to a fantasy and pull a husband from there and thinking that it was going to be lasting, wholesome, and stuff like that. He is trying to get away from that. And I'm thinking that you were moving in the marriage based on the interest that you have of the imagery in your head of that black man. And he didn't want to be a part of it. He doesn't want to be a part of it. And like I said, he has made his post and we have seen it also. So that's possibly the reason Jessie Woo was laughing. Because if you're a foolish woman or you're doing foolish things and nobody can caution you, then what can we do? I mean, we understand when you're hurt and you want to move on and you just don't want to live out that pain. I'm sorry, but as they say, the race is not for the swift nor the battle for the strong, but who can endure to the end. You have to ride that wave. You have to go through the process of pain and get over it. You have to go through that process and get over it. You are on the View and the show. A lot of people support you. I'm sure there were a whole lot of male company that you could have encircled yourself with that could have helped you, go on different dates, rally around, talk to different people, doing all that, rather than just come on like a month later. I love black guys. I always love black guys. I always like them, and they're this and they're and you it's almost like you weren't thinking. So you became a joke. You became a damn joke. And people are laughing now. Now you see that people actually were laughing at you, not with you. You understand me? It's sad that a child is involved now. But Jeannie Mai, you're a single mother. You just have to find a way to deal with it. Or probably do what Jennifer Lopez do. Go on a mission of marrying quickly and ending it, marrying quickly, ending it, moving on, not taking any time to rest. You can live like that, but you're still going to be miserable inside because that healing process has to come to the forefront. That's all I have to say on the situation. It's a hot mess, but when you don't listen, when so many persons have warned you throughout their experience and they were saying, all these persons were vlogging about it, you guys ran with the narrative that it's a bunch of bitter black women. Remember? You guys ran with the narrative that it was a bunch of bitter black women who just couldn't bear to see a black man with a non-black woman. You guys wanted to push that image. I don't think at any point Jeezy was pushing that image. Based on what I'm seeing, I'm not going to label or negatively label every black man. I don't think Jeezy was pushing that image that, he's moving on with a non-black woman because his previous baby mother isn't necessarily a dark African woman either. You understand me? I just thought he was going based on reputation, imagery of himself that he wanted to change. And that's how I see it. That's all I got to say on it. Thank you so much for your time. Enjoy your day. God bless you. Bye bye.